Hi everyone. Well, it has been 6 weeks and everything is stable. And for the first time, I have seen some females in the Aqua Dragons tank and in the Sea Monkeys tank with eggs. So we are getting there. So I have continued with the feeding schedule of 3 times a week, not 2 days in a row. Of course, with their own food, sea monkey, aqua dragons, with the aqua dragon spoon, and sea monkeys with the sea monkey spoon. One level spoon for the correspondent food formulas. 3 times a week, not 2 days in a row. But I plan to increase to 4 times a week with the sea monkeys because I think that I've seen many of the sea monkeys with a less dark backline than the other of the sea monkeys. So, and the thing is that, of course, the schedule, the requirement of as long as the water does not get murky or stay murky before the next feeding. So both of them, the Aqua Dragons is a little looks a little cloudy, but there is something growing in the wall that I showed you in the previous video that I can scrape off. So, but in general, is quite clear. So I will continue with that schedule with the Aqua Dragons. I will not change it 3 times a week. But the sea monkeys is clearer even. So I think I can increase to 4 times a week. And, well, no, I will leave it for the next point off. So for us always, first, I will not do the jetting today. And what I named the water jetting that you saw in my other videos, it puts more particles plus their poop and gunk floating around, but it helps to use food that had not been eaten yet. But also it makes it more or less presentable, let's say. So today for the video I will do only the bubbling. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like to do 20, so I will do 10 more. 1, 2, oops. Remember, that is what I did not want to do. I got some water inside the pipette. So, okay, we make sure that from now on it's only air. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just realized that it was too far, so you might not be able to see the females in the. Let me see if I can adjust it. this way. Then turn it this way. Okay. So anyhow, I will leave it at the end near the okay. Here I will start with the bubbling, but also I will do the jetting at the end to show something. Okay, first of all, as I said, I like to do 20, so I do it in each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so a few things. First, if you see like a little green clump, that was the mistake I made, that I use the pipette I use with my older aquariums that have algae, and I introduce one algae. I don't know if the light that I'm using right now will be enough for algae to grow, but that's fine. As long as you provide some kind of bubbling, that should provide enough oxygen. The algae provide extra oxygen, and also the algae provide extra food. But if you continue doing proper schedule feeding, they should be fine also. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show, let me prepare for the jetting. So I take a little water and I do the little bits. And you see yes, there is gunk, the normal gunk that the sea monkeys and brine shrimps in general do, but you see no dust bunnies. So except that little black thing, I should remove it. For some reason, an ant decided to do suicide, so I will take it out later. But anyhow, you see no big dust bunnies or white fluffy cotton things. So I don't know if this water jetting helped to break them, or they simply went away on their own. But it doesn't hurt the sea monkey. So and also another advantage, as I said, of the water jetting is that you see any food that had been deposited in the bottom now is floating around a little longer, so there is better chance that leftover food is being used. So water jetting, those are the two purposes, but that I was using it, but no dust bunnies, so I will be doing the water jetting less these days. Okay. I have seen some females with eggs. I don't know if it will show up in the video, but I will not worry too much about now. There's only maybe one, maximum two. This is at 6 weeks, and but I hope that when we hit the 8 weeks, more females will have eggs. Okay, there is not much more that I want to say at this point. I will move it to the Aqua Dragons. I don't know if the eggs, I think the same, only one or two have eggs. I don't know if they will show in the video, but only to give you a reference, you remember in earlier videos, there were big clumps here, but essentially with the water jetting, again, I'm not sure if they went on their own or the water jetting helped with that. It have become like the gunk floaty thing that you see in the sea monkeys, very similar. So I'm going to do it now. Okay. So make sure that I don't siphon anyone in, and I do little jets, and you can see that there are not many clumps at all. They have gone away, and what float is excess food and the normal gunk or poop, as some other people say, that they produce. So in general, they are doing great at 6 weeks. I don't know if it's only maybe a couple of females that have eggs at this point. I don't know. I think one went over the enhancement light that I have, and yes, you might see that some Aqua Dragons and sea monkeys have died. Not sure if it was my water jetting or was lack of oxygen or whichever the reason, but it's even with the precautions that I took this time in my older aquariums, that happened also early on. So okay, so this is almost a success. As I said, I don't know if the lamp that I'm using will prompt for the growth of algae, but with a specific LED full spectrum grow light, it took at least 3 months until it covered the bottom of one of the aquariums, and the others never covered completely. So it's still some time before anything shows, if it shows. Also, once that they have reached the point that many females have eggs, then I will not do developing by hand. Most likely, I will be getting I have been seeing in the internet multiple setup of a small pump with multiple air stones and a bleeding valve. The bleeding valve is just a tube with a valve that you can use, and it regulates the flow of air into the stones without putting pressure on the pump. So that's what I have in mind. My only concern is that the air stone I have right now is kind of wide, and I don't think it will fit here. So I will need to check if I can find leaner air stones. So I might do the tube, just plain tube. So anyhow, but I don't think that will be in week when it's 8 weeks. Anyhow, I think that is all. You have everything else is redundant from the previous videos, and I will not do a summarizing video until I feel comfortable that I have reached what I name level maintenance on these two aquariums. Here's the other. Sorry, I need to use and adjust this stuff. Okay, so almost 15 minutes. See you guys in the next video.